evening, everybody, and welcome to the newest episode. I don't even know what fucking episode it is, whatever, of Jobber Bros. 555. Wow, 5th episode. Mother Lord. All right, episode number 5 of Jobber Bros. And we are here to talk to you about the upcoming pay-per-view tomorrow for WWE Extreme Rules. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
brother.
so that's what that's what we's be here to talk about tonight. And I mean it's WWE and fuck it, let's get into it. Man, how are first off, how are you? How are you doing today?
Fucking tired, but is what it is. Got to talk about
Yeah.
WWE.
Yeah. I walked into work today, wasn't even there 30 seconds and almost chose violence. So, um yeah, I'm tired and my day was not great, and now we get to this and it's a little better. Be better if we were talking about AEW, but nonetheless, wrestling is wrestling.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I guess let's get into. We got on our pick sheet. Match number 1 is the SmackDown Women's Championship rematch we got going on here. Liv Morgan, who is still somehow miraculously your women's champion, versus Ronda Rousey. Oh, sorry, SmackDown Women's Champion, because WWE has 2 women's champions. So yeah, Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. Who you got for this one?
I mean, I'm going Liv because I love Liv, and Ronda. It's fun watching her just like outdo Ronda because Liv just can. Ronda Rousey, she comes out, she's so cocky and shit like that. Like, I'm the baddest, on the planet, and she just gets one over on every time. And I mean, at least I think this is only their second meeting, if I'm correct. So the first time, Liv just outdid her, man. Just not physically, but in a mentally and veteran and game plan standpoint, she's just out there. And now it's Extreme Rules, so there are no rules, so everybody can just fucking have at it.
Right. I think well, she barely got away with it in their last bout because Liv had her for the pin, but Liv was tapping out at the same time or some shit was going on. I don't remember exactly, but it was very
Yeah.
close. And I mean, Clash at the Castle, Liv got one over against Shayna Baszler, who I could not understand how they're not pushing her yet. But in any case, I got to go with Ronda. I don't feel like they're going to have her lose again to Liv. I mean, I could see if Liv lost to someone already between now and then Ronda loses to the new person, but I don't see them putting Liv over that much. I think her clock has run out here. The second meeting with Ronda, I think she's gonna tap her the fuck out. I think she's gonna make Liv just pass out like cold, done.
I mean, yeah, that's a possibility that could happen. I could see Liv getting a little bit more of a push, doing one more bout with Ronda Rousey and losing, or I could see Charlotte Flair coming back around at some point, stripping it from Liv and having a good old fashioned, fist throwing match between Flair and Ronda, which would be enjoyable to see.
Yeah, no, yeah, that would be good too. Yeah, Charlotte, I think her return has got to be right around the corner. Um, but we shall see what happens.
Either way, whether Ronda wins it from Liv tomorrow or not, I think we're going to see a Flair Ronda pile up once again. But yeah, you got Ronda, I got Liv, so we'll see how that plays out.
Yep. And then
So now on to our second match. We got the Raw Women's Championship ladder match between the champion Bianca Belair versus Bailey. Who you got?
I'd like to see Bianca retain. I mean, honestly, from what I've seen of this whole, what do they call in the group, damage control?
Yeah.
Bailey and her little cronies. I mean, it's bullshit. The crowd doesn't give two fucks. It was really hot at SummerSlam is when they all made their debut. They had a lot of momentum, but it just fell flat for me, and I think a lot of other people. I think Bianca will get one over on Bailey this time, and then maybe in a couple, maybe on Raw this coming week or a few weeks or the next pay per view. I don't fucking know. Bailey will get it. But I don't think as far as tomorrow, I think Bianca will retain.
Yeah, and isn't Io and Dakota the women's tag team championships right now still?
Yep.
Yeah, and even with having those championships, that whole little faction is still running flat, and it absolutely does nothing for me. I agree with Bianca retaining the title. I can't see Bailey having it because yeah, when Bailey was the champion before she went out for a while, like I felt her reign just like, all right, let's move it along. Let's give it to somebody else. Like, I liked Bailey better when she was, the hugger, not this heel. I don't think it suits it. I don't know, it does nothing for me. And I really like Bianca Belair. I like her as a champion. I do think there needs to be a new champion soon. Somebody who's maybe never held a champion before. Those are the things I usually like. I should say held the championship. Um, but yeah, I don't see Bianca losing it to Bailey. Not at Extreme Rules. Not in the ladder match.
Nah. Yeah, I agree. Well, we'll see how that one unfolds. And then we got an interesting one here. Inside the fight pit, which apparently is a thing WWE used to do at some point. I don't really remember it, but we got Matt Riddle, who is a seasoned MMA fighter in his past.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this Inside the Fight Pit's supposed to be kind of like MMA style, like in a cage. And then we got him versus Seth Rollins with special guest ref Daniel Cormier, who is a well known name in the UFC. So that'll be interesting having him as a referee. What are you thinking on this one?
Yeah, I mean, I love both these wrestlers, but something like this, I don't know. With the way Rollins has been the last year, I believe I've been picking Riddle over Rollins pretty much every time, just because I don't know. I like I like the heels. I when they're like really hot and they're really good at being the bad guy, I'm really captivated by that person. There's not too many heels in WWE for me that are very captivating. Rollins is probably one of the better ones, but I choose Riddle just because I like Riddle better, and he's an excellent wrestler. Plus, this is his wheelhouse. It's an MMA style fight, hopefully in an octagon, which will be really dope to see it. I don't think it's anything. I know you've said that. I guess WWE used to do this thing called Inside the Fight Pit, but was it inside of an octagon? If it was, let us know. If not, I really hope it is this time because that would be something really cool to see. Two WWE wrestlers inside of an octagon, just having at it.
Yeah, didn't Seth get one over on Riddle at wasn't it Clash of the Castle? Wasn't it the last show?
Yeah, I think most of their meetings Seth has gotten over on Rollins, but I just whether Riddle keeps losing or not, I think I'll pick him every time because his character, just his stupidness and untainted fun that he has, just really really brings me in on that one.
Yeah, and like I mean, this one's hard for me to decide. I might change my answer like right before tomorrow. um, but I don't know because I feel like they're making it like almost stupid easy to make it seem like Riddle's gonna win this one because it's inside like an MMA type structure. Like everyone knows they got Daniel Cormier as the special guest referee, who's a UFC person as well, and Seth Rollins here, the fucking just a regular wrestler, been a wrestler, does some CrossFit, but he's just a wrestler, no MMA background. Um, So it's almost like they're going to pull a swerve, knowing how WWE operates. So I think just by that and thinking of WWE logic, I'm going to tentatively for now go with Seth Rollins. I may mull it over the night and change my answer before the bell rings tomorrow, before the show starts. But I just feel like knowing how they, well, it might be more of like a Vince thought process. I'm still stuck in the way Vince used to do shit. Triple H might be like, all right, yeah, fuck it, Matt Riddle wins. But I really got
We
to
don't
kind of,
know.
yeah, I kind of forgot up until like probably like 3 hours ago that this pay per view was on tomorrow. So I'll have to really really think about it. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
All right. So let's move on to our fourth match, which is a match that I personally love to watch whenever it's done anything like this, whether so our fourth match is a strap match between Drew McIntyre and Karrion Cross, and I love matches like this, strap matches, dog collar matches, anything like that when two people are tethered together either by the wrist or by the throat. It is very fun to watch. As long as it's, done well. So Drew McIntyre, Karrion Cross, strap match. Who you got?
You know, Drew just had his chance at Clash at the Castle. He fell short. Um, I think he needs some more time to rebuild. I think it's time to really start beefing up Karrion Cross. I know Triple H, head of creative, loves Karrion Cross. That's why he brought him back.
Mhm.
He's high on the cross there. So I'm saying Karrion Cross.
And I'm just gonna jump right in and say Karrion Cross as well. Like he was fun to watch for me back before he got released, and then now that he's back, I would love to see big things for him. He's a fun wrestler to watch, and him and Drew McIntyre in the ring together. This is hopefully going to be absolutely ridiculous, and they're going to hurt each other. I hope they're going to hurt each other because it's fun watching people hurt each other.
Yeah, that's gonna be probably so far. Oh, yeah, I mean, so far from what we've seen, I think I could see, Matt Riddle and Rollins speak match of the night qualifier, but I think even more so Drew and Karrion Cross. I think that's going to be a tear the house down performance. But
Yeah.
another one that's going to be quite a damn good match leads us into number 5, which is an I Quit
hmm
match: Edge versus Finn Balor. What you thinking?
Yes. So I guess this is a battle between the former leader of Judgment Day and a member of Judgment Day. They've been just, yelling at each other and trying to fight each other consistently. And I guess there's some beef between Edge and Finn Balor, and which led to the I Quit match. And I love both wrestlers, so this is whether they're good guys or bad guys. This is a very difficult one for me. I think I'm just gonna go old school on this one with with who I grew up with, and I think I'm just gonna go Edge. I think he's been beaten down quite a bit, and he's been teaming with Ray, because obviously Dominic, Ray's son, went to Judgment Day, and who knows what's going to happen with that. But I can see Edge getting the edge here, and
Mm.
getting this win over Finn Balor. I mean, no, listen, he's either going to make Finn say "I quit," or he's just going to make him pass out. Because we've seen a match like this between Edge and Randy Orton right after Edge debuted. Was that an I Quit match? I don't
Uh,
remember. Where they just murdered each other with concertos over and over again. I can see that being this match being something like that, where it's blood and guts. It's pure hatred for one another, and this is definitely going to be a contender for match of the night. I'm just going with Edge because I think he's just got what it takes to win a match like this.
yeah, it's a tough one for me. Um, being that it's an I quit match, I don't know. Is it? Do you know if it's no disqualifications?
Yeah, that's. I was gonna mention something. I don't know if it's no disqualifications on WWE's site. They don't specifically say it's a no DQ match. I could try to look that up real quick while you're letting us know who you might think it might be.
Yeah, no, it's all right. I mean, I think even if it's not a no DQ match, I think we're gonna have some interference shit going on. I think Edge might be right on the cusp of winning. Then maybe Dominic comes out and fucks him up, or some shit happens, um, and Edge gets the loss, but by a very very minuscule amount. I think he's just gonna just lose it, and then down the line, I could see maybe Ray getting the win over Finn and somehow trying to win his little Sonny back over. But I don't know. That's shit that's flying through my head right now. But ultimately, I think Finn is going to come out on top on this one.
And sidebar to what you just said, I don't see Dominic going back to Ray in the near future. I
Mm-mm.
think personally, I think that whole Ray Dominic father son tag team thing has flown the coop. It's time for that to be over. I think they made the correct decision to put Dominic with Judgment Day at this
Right.
time, beef it up. It's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of fun to see him grow, within Judgment Day and grow more as a competitor without being next to his father. I hope they end this feud between him and his father soon,
Mm-hmm.
and then just let Dominic go off and do his own thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know because I don't know how much longer he has. Ray has in the tank. Like I don't know how much longer he's going to be wrestling, and I don't think they're going to end his career. I mean, I think he's got some while left, and I don't think he's going to side with his son again anytime soon. Maybe in a couple years, he'll finally hang up the boots and the mask. But yeah, I agree with you on that. But I think Finn Balor's going to get one over on him, and the saga is going to continue with these guys a little bit longer, and then who the
All
fuck
right.
knows? Who the fuck knows when who's going to be the Judgment Day's next stable battle? I don't know, maybe the tribal chief and his clan.
That would be interesting. Yeah, the tribal chief
Yeah,
and the bloodline versus Judgment Day having a big old feud. That could be something really really interesting. I think they would need one more pretty decent big name, bigger guy to be in there to really handle Roman Reigns. I think why can't I remember his name? Who's kind of the leader now of Judgment Day?
Finn,
Oh, Finn. So no, who's the other guy with the long
Damien.
hair? Yeah, Damien. I can see Damien. I don't know why. Damien Priest. I don't know why I can remember his name. But no, I could see him being a real contender for Roman Reigns. I feel like they need to push him more for that. But that's all sidebars. That's just us flowing thoughts here. But that would be fun. That would be fun for me to see. I could see Damien and Roman Reigns. They're both tall, pretty decently big sons of bitches.
Yeah, no, yeah, it'd be a great match. This next match is fucking gonna be a I don't even know.
There's gonna be a lot of stiff hits.
Carnage.
Uh, yeah, it's straight anarchy, chaos. This is the brawling brutes. So which consists of Sheamus, Ridge Hollins, and Butch, probably three of my favorite people in WWE right now, versus Imperium, which is Gunther, Ludwig, and Giovanni. So just fuck. We've seen we've seen Gunther and Sheamus. It gets brutal really quick. Butch is no slouch himself. I think he hits just as hard as Sheamus does. It's I don't even know who to pick on this one. I have no fucking idea.
Bruiserweight. I wish they'd change his fucking name back to Pete Dunne. Like, why does he need to be Butch? He was like my favorite
Yeah.
NXT for the longest. Well, yeah, with this one, I think I'm going to give it to the Brawling Brutes. I don't obviously Gunther's not eating the pin. It's either Kaiser. It's probably not going to be Giovanni Vinci because he just debuted, I think, not long ago. He came up from NXT, so I think Kaiser's probably going to eat the pin on this one. Um, I don't know which one is going to get the pin yet. I got to kind of think about that, but it's going to be a slugfest all over the place, carnage in and out of the ring. This between this one and the strap match are my two match of the night contenders, I think, because I just love the heavy hitting, hard hitting shit that's going to come out of Drew and Cross, and then these
Mhm.
six men.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go straight for the jugular on this one, and I'm going with you on the Brawling Brutes, but I'm saying Sheamus pins Gunther. I am saying shit like
Hot
I would
take.
love, yeah, I would love to see that. Listen, because those are the two on each team. Those are two of the heaviest hitters. They're the ones that there's going to be chaos back and forth both sides. I think Sheamus is putting Gunther down. I think Gunther's going to eat the pin from Sheamus, and I think we are going to see a long, hefty feud between these two factions.
Yeah, no, this is a great combination of these like. Oof. And I would love to see either of them go up against either of these two factions go up against the Usos and Reigns in a nice 6 man. That would be dope. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens down the road, but this one's going to be good. This is probably my most anticipated match on the night.
And this is why WWE, just like AEW did, because they're smart and love their talent, should introduce like a trios tag kind of thing because of teams like this. Maybe make it a little different. I know I'm not trying to say copy AEW, but hey, they were right. Like, like you have so many good people and not enough stuff to do with them. Like, I don't think the Usos and Roman Reigns each need to be carrying around two titles each. Like, we should have.
Fuck
I
no.
thought. I thought that whole shit was to unify everything. Like, I thought you were supposed to unify it, bring the brands kind of together, defend on both things. Like, I thought that was the whole point of being the undisputed. I thought they were going to introduce new titles, and then they didn't. They're just carrying around two, looking like a bunch of morons with two titles. Going back and forth between each brand, and I don't think they're barely going back and forth between each brand. It's
Mhm.
just like you should have just unified the titles already. Call it the Undisputed Tag Team Championship. One title, monstrous, cool looking thing. And then they worked hard enough to be those people. You chose them to be those people. Put them to work on both brands.
Absolutely.
And then that frees up the room to put in a title like this where you could take these type of matches and have a title, put something to it. It's spectacular to have something labeled on it.
Yeah, they got to get their shit together. But
Yeah, I get very passionate about things like this.
no, yeah, it's quite quite interesting, but we will see. And real quick before we end this thing, let's talk real quick surprise debuts or returns. You thinking any
There's
surprises?
there's been rumors for months about Bray Wyatt coming back. I don't care which promotion he shows up on. Just come back. Just like please.
You seen the White Rabbit shit that they keep posting, like QR codes and shit on SmackDown,
Yeah.
like all this weird shit. Yeah, I think
Like
it's very likely he comes back tomorrow. But you know what I thought would be really cool and like would just blow open the forbidden door? which I don't think this is just me wishful thinking. But
Uh-huh.
imagine if fucking Malachi Black somehow comes through and is still somewhat contractually obligated to AEW, but they made an agreement where he could pop in WWE. That would be fucking insane.
Mm. That would be insane, but what would he pop up in? Like, where would he pop up? What would he do? I mean, I could see him popping up on the inside the fight pit because he's a trained MMA. I don't think he's ever wrestled in MMA, but that style, Brazilian jiu-jitsu and taekwondo, like he's trained and has, I believe he has belts in that shit. Like he's ridiculous with that stuff from the videos I've seen on online of him training in that manner. Like, yeah, I could see that. Now that I think about it more, like I could see that. I just miss Bray fucking Wyatt.
No, yeah, I'm pretty positive it's gonna. If it's anyone, it's probably gonna be him. I could see Malachi Black coming up in what you just said. I could even vaguely see it in the strap match at the end, but the most I could see it in is probably the Edge and Balor. I could see him. I mean, not coming to be a new faction leader of the Judgment Day, but maybe I don't know. I haven't put that much thought into it. Whether he would be on Judgment Day's side or he would team up, kind of help Edge or just be on his own. But I just thought it'd be cool, especially with all the shit going around with him saying at first everyone was saying his contract he was released. Then he went on Instagram Live and said he wasn't released. He'd be back in AEW in a little while. His wife is still in WWE, Zelina Vega. As
Mm-hmm.
But all in all, I think you're spot on with the Fiend. I think if it's gonna be anyone, it's gonna be him.
I'm gonna be, if he shows up tomorrow, I'm gonna be waving my fucking lantern around the whole goddamn neighborhood. I'm gonna go pull it out of the box I have upstairs. Actually, now that I have like this room that I'm redoing, I'm gonna bring it down, put it out because I put it up in storage. I didn't have anywhere to put it. Now I got places to put things. But yeah, I'm gonna go get that tomorrow and hope and pray and pet
Yeah,
it.
have it on
For
standby.
more.
If he debuts, you can turn off the lights and just wave it, like hold yourself like this is the Extreme Rules live stream. You can just hold it
Yeah,
up with your lantern, be like fuck
that's
yeah. Be a
that's
nice
it.
little short for the TikTok and the YouTubes.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really love Bray. I just really love
Oh
Bray
yeah,
Wyatt. Like
you got the mask
he's
too,
my.
or you didn't?
No,
Oh
no, I never got the mask. I should have bought the fucking when he was the Universal Champion, his fucking title that they had custom made. It's just so expensive.
yeah, yep,
Like,
absolutely.
I think it was like $500-$600 or some shit. Like, or maybe even more than that. It
They just
is
came out with a Kane
ridiculous.
one, 25th
Did they?
anniversary Kane championship belt. Yeah,
Well, they did that with the Undertaker too, and it was like came in its like own cool little coffin thing. I think it was like $700-$800,
yeah,
something fucking ridiculous.
yep.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I don't quite have that kind of disposable income.
Nope, you and me both.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah, that pretty much is all she wrote as far as Extreme Rules 2022. You got any final thoughts here on this shit?
yeah, just tune in, watch wrestling. That way you can kind of you know what we're talking about because half the time we don't even know what we're talking about, but we get to the point eventually. Check us out. We're on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok um, at Jobber Bros.
Absolutely. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching us. We are late to Rampage, so see y'all later.